The Tarot Topics newsletter recap. This week, the topic is, it's getting hot in here. I had been talking to a friend who used to be a circus clown, and he quit the circus because of the heat. What was the heat in circus? It was the, how do I want to say it? The gossip, the backbiting, the negative energy getting spread in small spaces. So he stopped being a circus clown and went on to be a successful actor. So I've been seeing a lot of heat recently, not just the summer heat, but a lot of that gossipy, backbiting, pressurized things. But it's also true that sometimes heat is a good thing. It takes pressure to turn coal into a diamond. So today we're here to talk about the heat. What questions do you have? Let's go. Oh, Ben, Libra does tarot. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Go ahead and get a question in. Let's get on over to CardCam, where you can see, oh, I am so delighted by this deck. The Mini Wiser Tarot is out. And I did use it in our September tarot scopes. Members know that. Everyone else will know that tomorrow. And I do love this deck. I'm so excited. Okay. Let's go. Hey, Medea Ness, good morning to you. Let's see. It is 6:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning where you are. Thank you for being here. Trey Cameron, you too. I recognize it is really, really early for those on the West Coast. And thank you for being up and hanging out with us. All right. Up first, Caroline McLaughlin. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. The topic of heat in your life. So I'm going to say, where is there too much pressure? And where could you use a little more, right? Where is there too much? Where is there not enough? Where is there too much pressure in your life? I think you sometimes pressurize yourself. I think you sometimes pressurize yourself to react to people in a positive way when you're not feeling positive. Sometimes that is a good thing, but maybe sometimes not. Where could you use a little more heat, a little more creativity, a little more fire energy in your life? I don't know that you do. I think you're good. I do. I think you're good. I think basically you bring some heat to yourself with self-judgment, especially around your emotions and your reactions to things. All right. Hey, RSTSS, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Ben Libra does tarot. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a moderator. And great to see you over on Vertical YouTube. My biggest pressure right now is getting my financials under control. I set budgets and then blow them due to FOMO. I understand. I understand completely. Oh my gosh. How can I do better? Oh, and thank you for your kind words about the newsletter. Okay. So, I think the thing is, Ben, especially because you're in a year where you're having a lot of professional growth in both your professions and you purchased a home. Like, this has been a big year for you. It is a big year for you. And I think if you could focus more, like that FOMO thing, the way to handle FOMO is to focus more on your successes and focus more on the big goals. The smaller goals, those once in a lifetime opportunities that at 62, I can tell you those things that come up as once in a lifetime opportunities most often are not. Most often there will be other opportunities of the same type later on. So pick and choose based on nurturing your own success, prioritizing your success over interesting experiences. Let me know what you think about that. And sticking over on vertical for a minute, Mediha Ness, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. What's heating? What's cooling in my life? Okay, well, let's see. If we think about heating and cooling in that context, heating as becoming more exciting and more active, cooling as like settling down, I think what will be becoming more active is your social life and your ability to ask others for help. And I feel like you're going to be getting better at not ruminating on things that are upsetting that you don't really have a solution for. All right. Smile Soul 20, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for being a moderator. Okay, so heat in your life. When we talk about that negative kind of heat, the people not behaving well, that kind of thing. I feel like the problem is when that happens, it makes you feel bad about yourself. When other people bring that negative pressure, it makes you feel bad about you. And I think the key for you is to not let other people piss in your Cheerios. There it is. Hey, Jessica Key, Muad'Dib, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Terry Rosario, good to see you over on Facebook. Oh, did you order this deck? Got it. Okay, so I'm going to do your question right now. Terry, over on Facebook. The biggest heat keeping you from moving forward right now? I think it's about sorrows from the past and also social opportunities that are just fun but aren't really on the agenda. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do those things, but I am saying balance is everything. Jeannie Mnuchin, I thank you. I appreciate you so much. I did do Smile Soul 20. Yep. And let's see, Jenna Perkins. Here we go. Jenna Perkins, thanks for being a member. So in your relationship, like in a romantic relationship, there are two kinds of heat. One we want and one we don't. One is the passion and the excitement and the attraction. That's the kind we want. And when we look at that in your relationship, I feel like more energy could be spent to bring that, to bring that heat up. Then there's the heat of we're being snippy with each other, we're being picky with each other, we're being irritable with each other, we're getting irritated with each other. And I don't think you have an inordinate amount of that. I think you're basically pretty compatible and companionable. So I'm not worried about that. I just feel like you could bring more of the passion in. Oh, Terry, thank you. Ben, yes, need to remember there will always be other opportunities. That was so hard for me to remember when I was younger. I have to tell you, it's hard. Jeannie Mnuchin, so good to see you. You are up next. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Now you're looking for the heat because of what's been going on with your health. Like literally, it's been hard to raise the pressure, if you know what I mean. Let's see. At what point will I start to feel some heat in my life again? Excitement, a bit of pressure and passion. I feel a bit on hold because of health and lack of funding. When will this subside, and will a building project emerge soon? All right. Let's take a look. I feel like you're gonna be in fake it till you make it land for a minute. while you're dealing with this health issue. I think it'll be okay, but I think you're not going to have that level of energy for probably roundabout October is when it comes back. And due to, medical solutions, I think. Now, in terms of the building project, which is an exciting one, let's not let that go. Let's keep going with that. There is every reason to believe that this building project is a good one. Jessica Key, Madib, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. May I have a reading about the topic of the day? Yes. So we're talking about the metaphor of heat. Negatively, it's the pressure, it's the gossip, it's all of that. Positively, it's passion, it's creativity. So when we look at negative heat in your life, like you are really good, Madib, you are really good at processing that where it might hurt you at first, but then you're like, haters gonna hate, and you move on. So you're good at that. When it comes to finding the heat that you need, the passion, the creativity, all of that, I think school has been a lot. I feel like school has and school is good. Like it's good that you're going to school. But I think that it has caused you to not have the energy for all of your passion projects as you once did. That's okay. You're doing what you need to do. That's what's important. All right. Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Read on this topic for you. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, like the good heat and the bad heat, if you will. When we look at you, Trey, in terms of the bad heat, the pressure, you hate that stuff and really try not to engage in it, man. Because you are really an introvert, like seriously, you are the first to get out of the room when things get weird. So we don't have to worry about that. When it comes to feeling the good heat, the passion, the creativity, all of it. Here's the thing, Trey, and this is what I'm going to say to you by way of directive. You could do better at summoning that to yourself. When it's there, you grab it and you ride the inspiration, but you are not good at summoning your own inspiration. You could do better at that, whether it's a spiritual invocation to the element of fire or actively doing the things that you know will bring the heat, will bring the inspiration. One way or the other, you could do better at that. Feedback from Jessica Key. Yes, absolutely. School has done that, but it will be the foundation. Yes, it will, for jumping back into my passions. That's exactly it. Yes. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Over on Twitch, RSDSS, thank you so much for a smart question. How do you pick the topics? So, Tarot Topics newsletter, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. You can go right to my website, christianagodet.com, and subscribe. Comes out every Wednesday. I do a weekly newsletter. It's a lot. Yes, I've been doing it for years. New topic each week, and then we come on here and discuss it. How do we pick the topics? How do I pick the topics? It so depends. Very often it's what's come up in a conversation with a friend, or very often something in a reading. And very often, I like to feel like I'm tapping into something that other people are experiencing too. So it may be my own experience. Like this particular topic, I was feeling the heat this week. And why is everyone so touchy right now? And why is everyone so super sensitive? And I am too. And at the very same time, so willing to go on the attack. You would think those two things would not go together, but they do. And so that was my personal observation for this topic. So different Different each week, really. All right. So y'all are going to notice with this question, I want y'all to pay attention to the great restraint that I'm going to use in answering this question. Because Sundial 40, thank you for the question. I appreciate you. It's just those who know me know that I really want to go off on your friend and explain to everybody who doesn't need to hear why I think your friend is full of it. Rather, I'm going to read the question and do the reading without personal comment. And I want you all to congratulate me on my restraint. Okay, here goes. Oh, Nicholas, Mars in Libra has been a doozy. That explains a lot right there. Thank you. All right. Sundial, I always feel better. Thank you so much. Trey, it's okay. I made a personal comment for you. I saw that, Trey, and I really am appreciative. Thank you. You said what I was thinking. Okay, right. I already feel better, right? Right. And I think you feel better because I'm backing you up without even looking at the cards, recognizing that that is a harmful belief system and no one should be held accountable to someone else's harmful belief system. Not doing it. Okay, here we go. Here's the question. Had a very heated discussion with a newer friend yesterday who believes Halloween is evil. Thank you for crapping all over my high holy day. Sorry. Okay. I honestly don't know if I continue this friendship based on their fanatical beliefs. Understood. All right. What's to come of this when our realities are so different? What, you mean the fact that you live in reality and this person does not? Yeah, got it. All right. I guess I'm failing at my state admission, but here goes. Let's read the cards. What should you do with this friendship? The question really is there value to the friendship? I mean, obviously you became friends for a reason, and there is something that you enjoy together that you absolutely do enjoy together. Could you have a limited friendship around those things? I don't know. You could maybe try, but if your heart's not in it, if you're like, oh, I didn't realize you were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but now I see it. Now I see the crazy. I can't unsee the crazy, so I'm going to back slowly away, or maybe quickly away and slam the door behind me. You're justified if you want to do that. If you want to do that. Oh, sundial. Now I understand even more fully. Sundial just said, let me find it. Halloween is like 50% of my happiness in life. And here we come to spooky season. Our 3-year-old grandkids are running around saying, is it spooky? It's not spooky. And pretending to be ghosts. It's really kind of fun. Yeah. So if you feel about Halloween as I feel about Halloween, yeah, this may be a no-go. You're justified. You're justified. That's what I can tell you. All right. Here we go. Vaishali, may I have cards on this topic? Sure. Here we go. So in terms of the negative heat, the pressure, all of that, there's a lot of that for you. And sometimes, Vaishali, it's imagined. You imagine there's gossip. You imagine people are talking badly about you when they're not at all, sometimes. And so you bring the heat to yourself sometimes. Now, when it comes to the positive heat, when it comes to the positive heat, the creativity, the pressure to be inspired, I feel like you are seeking that, Vaishali. I feel like you are doing a really good job, really trying to override the anxiety to go toward your passions. So I think you're doing a good job there, really. And Anna K, yeah, I don't see your question. So sorry. Please put the question in again and we will get to it. Thank you so much. Horse-drawn portrait, good to see you over on Twitch. Today we're talking about metaphoric heat. That is, the heat that comes from pressure, from gossip, from people backbiting and being mean. That's one kind of heat. The other kind of heat is the creativity, the inspiration, the motivation to move forward. That's what we're talking about today. Let me know if you have a question. All right, Claire C., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. So Claire C., regarding politics, I often feel drawn to the fire. It's because you care. I get it. Then I get overheated. Help me keep my cool. And I mean, it's good to be an activist. It's good to use your voice where your voice matters. Without even looking at the cards, I think the thing you have to do is say, like, why am I using my voice where my voice does not even matter? Why am I just feeding the trolls? And it's hard. Like if you've got friends or family members who are trolls, that's hard, but there it is. Let's see what the cards say. Yeah, I think it goes back to this idea that the way your views feel very clear to you. Like if I just explain this to people, they would see the truth. I remember a politician once that I worked with got elected and it did not go well. And what she said is, I thought if I told people the truth, they would just believe me. That's not how it works. So I feel like, I get to quote Taylor Swift here. In Taylor Swift's New Heights interview, highly recommend, she talks about this kind of thing. And she says, think about your energy as a luxury item. And that's really helpful in my mind, that you don't need to spend your luxury energy on their trashy crap. Try that. All right. Anna K., here we go. Thank you. Thanks for being a member. I am feeling the heat around financial security. So feeling like you don't have the financial security that you would like to have. So I'm going to say two things there. First of all, when we look at your finances currently, like you're right that there are some concerns, but you're also doing a lot and have historically been doing a lot to try to correct those things. And when we look toward the future, I mean, you are doing a lot and you are succeeding in a lot of ways. My thing here, I feel like there is some part of you that really fears not having what you need. Like it's a root chakra issue. And that could be cultural, that could be historical, that could be astrological, it could be a lot of things. But the fear, that root chakra fear, doesn't help. It doesn't motivate. So I would say try to reduce the fear, and you reduce the fear by trusting yourself. Even if everything was stripped from you, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but even if you had nothing, you are such a smart, resourceful person, you would always have something. And so I think you need to have more faith in yourself. All right. Here we go. Nalini Kalu, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Is James going to bring any heat in my life? Communication's been on and off. Not sure if he's really interested. I'm entertaining him as a friend. Not sure of his intentions. Thanks for using members only emojis. All right. Hey, JJM, good to see you over on Twitch. Let me know if you got a question today. Okay, so this is such a fun question. Nalini, What do we think about James? James is a friend. You are right to friend zone him. His intentions, poor guy. What? He's acted like he's 24. You know, I don't know how old he is. But he's immature. That's the problem. He's immature. Is he interested? Absolutely yes. Does he have the stamina, the energy, and the ability to conduct a campaign of courting you? He does not, and therefore he cannot be a candidate. Because if someone doesn't have the energy to court you, they certainly are not going to have the energy to maintain a relationship with you. So the interest is there, the energy is not. There you go. Hey, Golden Eyed Basilics, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Nice to see you on Twitch. I am doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. Let me know if you have a question today. Jackie Masters, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for using members-only emojis. A reading on the newsletter topic. Yes. Okay, so excuse me, we're dividing this into bad heat, good heat. Bad heat being like pressure, gossip, what people do to us, anger. Good heat being passion, motivation, right? So for you, Jackie, the bad heat for you comes not from gossip, but comes from people not giving you the information you should have. That's where the bad heat comes from. And you almost have to be a detective to go find the information. I don't know that that's done maliciously. It just may be a bad system, but it's something to be aware of. Now, when we talk about the good heat, the creativity, the motivation, the passion, I feel like it's taking every bit of your energy just to get through doing what you got to do. So, like, I think last week I told you I wanted to buy you a drink. Now I'd like to take you on retreat. Like that's where we're at right now. Hey, Joanne Leeza, so great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, yeah, you got a lot of heat in your life. Mom, daughter, finances, and work. That feels like a 4-card spread to me. So recognizing that there is bad heat in all of those. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we need to do. Okay, how to deal with mom. Give her no water. No, sorry, that would be really bad. But I think there's a recognition here that I don't know if this has ever been a loving relationship, ever. And I feel like now she is at the end of her life and she is not well and she's not even herself. But I feel like there's a part of you that is trying to repair what cannot be repaired. So there's that. Regarding your daughter, I think your daughter desperately wants to be in control of her life, but has done none of the things to make that a practical reality. At the same time, if she wants to screw up her life, let her. Let her. If she wants to end up in jail, let her. Let her do it. If she wants to end up with some terrible man, let it happen. You've done your best. Okay. And let's see. Okay. Finances. Well, honestly, I think if you have some boundaries and limitations with these two, the finances will naturally increase, will improve. And as far as work is concerned, and work is a hard one, but I would say try to lean into the things about work that are good. There are some good things about work. Try to lean into those and enjoy those. Good luck. All right. JJM over on Twitch. My question would be, am I on the right track? Let's see. In the broad sense, absolutely yes. In the minutia, I feel like you're not honoring your heart enough. You could listen to your heart more, even if you're not going to do what your heart wants. You could talk to it more. Golden-eyed basilisk. Is this old crush going to sneak up on me? And if they do sneak up on me, are they a bad idea in my life? I'm going to say this may not be anything you have to worry about because it may not happen. But if it were to, you and this person, it's not even if it's a good idea or a bad idea. To me, it just feels completely unworkable. It's like chalk and cheese. Neither are bad, but what are they doing together? Sorry, that was just me. All right. Jackie Masters, a drink. Oh, no, sorry. Spot on, a drink, a retreat are all welcome. Yeah, seriously, I bet. Okay. Over on Vertical, Theranaya. What's up between me and T? Why all the misunderstanding, miscommunication, and how to address it and communicate and connect fruitfully? Good question. Okay. Well, I think it's going like this because you're on different pages in this moment. And it may not be like you're on different pages regarding the relationship. I think you're just on different pages in life in general right this minute. I feel like there are different priorities, different concerns, and you're each kind of into your own priorities and concerns and therefore not paying attention to the other person's. So I think what you each have to do, and like I know you can do it, can the other person do it? That's the question. But what you each have to do is step outside of your own concerns and really try to empathize with the other person's concerns. And I think that will change the energy. Hey, Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We're talking about heat, metaphorically, the negative heat, which is like gossip and the pressure that builds up when people are angry and ridiculous. And the good heat, which is motivation, creativity, and passion. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. A reading on the topic, can do. I could use some good heat, right? Right, absolutely. Okay. Barbie Bird, here we go. The negative heat, the pressure, there is a fair amount of it, but you're getting better at dealing with it, Barbie. You're getting better at laughing at it, which you kind of need to do. Regarding the good heat that you're looking for, especially regarding your finances, yeah, there's none. There's none. Where is it? You're going to have to visualize it. You're going to have to bring it in. It is time to bring it in. It's time for a candle spell, I think. I'd be getting a red candle and a green candle and bringing that energy in. Oh, Theranaya, that's very true. I'm in the final stretch of a long healing, reinventing process. He has no clue about it. Yeah, got it. Horse-drawn portrait. So to ask my question in the form of a heat metaphor, you're playing my game. Thank you. People, you don't have to play my game, but I do like it when people do. Thank you. So to ask my question in the form of a heat metaphor, I took a lot of heat in the form of a smear campaign for calling out the boss's friend's gross behavior. Will I be able to burn out the lies? You're so good. In this situation and keep the flame of friendship alive among the people I'd still like to love in this situation. Well done. Well done. Okay. You cannot address any of this with emotion. Everyone else, they're bringing emotion. You have to stand with the facts. Just stand solid in the facts and move past the conversation. And, nice weather. We're talking about something else now. And if you can do that, there will still be a few people who think you're like spawn of Satan. But the good people will see you, and you will not be affected by the smear campaign. So it's going to take a minute, but I think the answer to your question is yes. All right. Nicholas over on Vertical. You're a good astrologer, which I am not. It's so weird. I'm a great tarot reader, and astrology is like, I have other people for that. So thank you for helping. Nicholas, a reading on this week's topic. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Nicholas. The negative heat, there has been a lot in your life, but I'm going to say you are much more grounded and like too grounded to let it get to you. The good heat, I think you are actively working right now, and it's not easy, but you are actively working to try to bring that energy, to try to bring inspiration and passion into your life. And I think that's what you need to do. Liz Harrison, good to see you. Thanks for being here. With regards to my husband's family situation, it's been stone cold over here, but tomorrow a documentary is coming out that could possibly change that. Will this bring on heat and movement or still nothing? Okay. And Liz, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We appreciate you. All right, here we go. Hey, Liz, do you think there's any possibility that this documentary could open up a conversation, but that what it could do is cause people to be more polarized, more shut down, and then the conversation, like it could end up worse than before? Do you think that's possible? Like, that's how I'm reading it, that you like, at first it may open conversation, but I don't think it's going to go well. So try, but it may not. And Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. There's so much negative heat in my family. It's hard to flame the fire of love, friendship, and reconciliation. Thank you for working with the metaphor. Thank you. You know enough about my life and my business, so please give me a reading on the topic. I am Aries fire, desiring to flame the heat of reconciliation, healing, and prosperity, inflaming the fire in all areas of my life, friendship, family, business, and love. Well, okay, let's 4-card reading right there. Friendship, the key is like, no, I can't do it as a 4-card reading, because right away there's a whole story here, which is that some of your family members, I'm just going to say it, Joyous Ocean, some of your family members are full-on personality disordered and or heavily trauma affected to the point that they don't behave right. And so you can't have reconciliation or a good relationship with someone who doesn't behave right. And you've been taught, I think, in your family that you have to be with your family and reconcile with your family no matter what. And I'm going to say, no, the heck you do not. And I think you then end up doing the same thing with friends, where you end up with friends who don't treat you well. And no, you don't need reconciliation. No, the heck you do not. You need to take the trash out. And sometimes the trash takes itself out. You need to take the trash out so that there's more room to bring in the really valuable friends. That's what I'm going to say about that. Now, and I think that's the healing. The healing is recognizing that you're not responsible for somebody else's bad behavior. And I think if you can do that every other aspect of your life, like this is the past, right? And then every other aspect of your life would change. It would change. So there it is. I think fully recognizing how much you are not responsible for narcissistic BS. Joyce Ocean comes back with some emojis. There it is. Agreed. Oh, Liz, yes, that is very possible. Complicated situation that could very well happen. This heads up is incredibly helpful. Thank you. Best we continue with our lives the way we have been. Yeah, it probably is. Sorry, but there it is. All right. Instagram, Magical Empress, good to see you. Let me know if you have a question. I think we're coming to the end here. So if you have a question, go ahead and get it in. Is that true? Control room. Oh, Wendy, you're here. Good to see you. Wendy Robeson. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Love this topic. Get your question in. Magical Empress, please do ask a question. Yes, yes, yes. Please do. Magical Empress, over on Instagram, what do I need to know about money? So when I look at your finances, I would say you're not where you want to be. And I feel like there's been a lot of messaging, whether from friends or family, there's been a lot of messaging around money that is not helpful to you. Like, I feel like you need to, it's going to sound funny, but deconstruct and then reconstruct a healthier relationship with money. I think that's what's necessary. Thank you, Joyous Ocean. Michelle F., so good to see you. That's funny. So good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I've typed out like 3 different questions. How about a general reading on this topic? Okay, you got it. Michelle F., so what I've been doing for the general is like bad heat, good heat, right? So where's the bad heat? Where's the negative pressure? Where's the gossip and nastiness in your life? You actually have pretty good friends in your life right now. Like, I feel like you're pretty good right now at avoiding the heat. And regarding good heat, looking for passion, motivation, creativity, yeah, we haven't had a lot of energy for that either. So I think as time allows, trying to welcome a little bit of energy for your own passion projects would be a great thing. Wendy Robeson, are you telling me that that is the same question that you wanted to ask? And if so, which? Maybe, no, maybe that's not what you're doing. Okay. Control room, am I right in thinking that we are at last call? Is that true? Okay, so people are just joining us. Welcome. Now is the time to get your question in. What would you like to ask? We are at last call. So I want to remind everyone that even though tomorrow is a holiday in the US, we will be here tomorrow morning with your 3-card weekly reading to start out the week. And I am available for readings this upcoming week. And we have Global Tarot Circle on Wednesday. All right, Wendy Robeson. Yes, I keep typing out a question and nothing. Okay, I'm doing you, Wendy. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for being a moderator. Here we go. So, bad heat, pressure, anger, negativity, all of that. For you, your bad heat is self-imposed, but it comes from the pattern that was put on you in your childhood and perpetuated in your marriage. And what it creates for you is depression. I'm not a doctor. I can't say that, but that's what I bet. That's what I bet. And so healing, I know you're on a healing journey, and there it is. I know that's what it is. So when we look at fostering good heat in your life, I feel like you keep trying to do it, but it's like you're lighting the candle in the wind and it keeps blowing out. So I'm going to say the healing journey that you're on is appropriate, Wendy, and will take care of all of these things. Okay, Medium That Rocks. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. What is happening with me? I'm so out of sorts. Oh, Wendy, OMG, mind blown. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, Medium That Rocks. What is happening with me? I'm so out of sorts. You're healing. This is the healing crisis of your healing journey. Do not lose hope. Get through it. Do what you need to do to make sure you're okay as you get through it, even if you don't feel okay. Like on Maslow's hierarchy, make sure you have a place to live and food. And this is all part of the journey. There's nothing wrong with you and everything right with you. RKFBE over on Instagram. Will I be successful in taking a big exam? What do I need to know? So what you need to know in order to be successful is A, you have to quell that anxiety. And it is important to study and prepare, and you are very capable of doing this. Ivo Fur, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you have a question. Ash James, good to see you. I'd like to know what direction I should go with my next professional move. As far forward as you possibly can, go for the money, go for the growth. Hey, Lumen, today we are talking about heat, metaphorically. The bad heat, which is gossip and anger and backbiting and all that pressure. The good heat, which is creativity and passion and motivation. Do you have a question? Because we are at last call, so get those questions on in. And again, reminding everyone, I am available. I am available for readings, and I'm trying to speak and read at the same time. I don't multitask well. I went back to screen record. I hope you saw my responses to what you read. Oh, I did. Thank you so much, Joyous Ocean. Yes, thank you, thank you. I mean, I don't mean to S-talk your family, but you know what I'm saying, right? All right. So, all right, my friends, it is last call, and I want to thank all of you so much for being here. If you are celebrating the holiday weekend, have a good time. I do have some openings for readings tomorrow. Right, Joyous Ocean, the truth is the truth, and there it is. All right, I appreciate all of you so much. Special shout out to the members, the moderators. Lumen, yay, 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 yay. I was hoping you'd come in. There you are. I would like to ask if my plans to leave my job and go full-time with my business happen in the next year, or will it take longer? So let's say within the next 12 months from now. Does it happen within 12 months from now? It probably likely does, Lumen. It probably likely does. I think you're doing all the right things, and we are sending you so much support for this. If this is a fire question about a fire thing that you're doing, and you got the fire in you. It's a good thing. All right. There we go. Now I feel complete. Okay. Thank you all so very much. I'll look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.